All right, our last of this batch of Daily Football Fix's video version. We'll come back with some more later in July. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. And again, we'll be doing these right up until the SEC Media Days, which is July 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to
middle of July.
Wow.
Hard to believe.
It's coming down fast. That was a Helter Skelter reference.
Yeah, I got it.
So we'll give you today of the new coaches how we think they'll do, who will have the most success the quickest of the new coaches in the conference. And of course, it's not unusual for us to have a big run of coaches. I remember one year I did this thing about how I think all the coaches are going to be back next year, and like 3 of them were gone.
You can never make a prediction like that in this league. Because
no, it's crazy because I think it was the year Rick got fired.
Yeah. But who would have thought Butch Jones and McElwain would get fired a year ago?
Won the East, got fired in the middle of the season. But that's the way it is. I mean, this conference, it does just mean more.
Yeah.
And that's the way. So we have 5 new coaches, somewhat. I mean, one of them was the interim coach.
Yeah.
But we'll start out with you, Robbie. I mean, who do you like to do well?
To me, I think there are 2 guys that I think are going to really have early success: Mullen and Joe Moorhead at Mississippi State. And Mullen inherits a lot of talent. I think if quarterback comes through, he can win a lot of games. But to me, the guy that's going to win big is Moorhead. Usually when the coach at Mississippi State is fired, it's because the team is bad.
Right.
Mullen left that program in great shape, and a lot of people think it's the most talented team they've had ever, maybe. So I think he's walking into an unbelievable situation.
A lot of talent on defense. You got Nick Fitzgerald back.
Yeah.
And they've got players. Yeah, there's no question they've got players. Now, I don't think they have players on the Alabama, even LSU, Georgia level.
But close, Pat. I mean, they had Alabama on the ropes a year ago.
Yep. I think
they could have won that game.
I think it's going to be interesting, and I think there'll be a team that is still, though, a bit of a wild card, Rob, because we know what Joe Moorhead did with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
You know, but what's he going to do with this talent?
That's a good point.
It was a choice that the media boys nationally loved, the choice of Joe Moorhead. And I think the fans were like, what? That's the best we could do?
Yeah.
But
I think they've started to buy in a little bit, though, Pat.
Yeah, and all he's got to do is beat Florida. And
that could be Florida's toughest game of the year, one of the toughest of the year.
It might be.
On the road, you know, they're going to be hot to get at Mullen and beat him, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting.
You left us after 9 years.
And he left him in great shape. That's why Moorhead's going to benefit.
Left you in great shape and took a better job.
Yeah.
But I think he's a good one. And, of course, Dan Mullen is the one that I think is – look, it's going to be hard to do worse than the last guy did in the last year. I mean, 4-7 is 4-7. And obviously they went through an awful lot. The knucklehead 9, the guys that got injured, you fire the coach, you got Randy Shannon, which was
the death threat.
I don't know where else you would have gone but Randy Shannon.
Yeah, you had
but it was never going to work.
No.
Just based on past history. So, you know, to go 8-4 this year would be a step up. So his bar isn't – it's funny because the knock on Dan Mullen's always been – how, you know, does he have a ceiling that he can't break through? And I don't think you can at Mississippi State. I think you can at Florida. I think he can at Florida. But right now his bar is not very high because of how bad they were.
Yeah, what he inherited, you know, pretty much what looks like a mess. And you look at how things were in the weight room before he got here, it was terrible. So
score some points, win 8 games. I think people are going to be, okay, now let's see what you got for us next year. Obviously, we have some other coaches. You know, the one guy that's intriguing to me is Matt Luke at Ole Miss because he held something together that I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, and he loves that school. He loves the job. And I mean, you needed a guy like that to step in with what they're facing. So I think he'll do a good job.
Yeah, but I still think they lost personnel because of transfers, including Shea Patterson, their quarterback. I think he could have a struggle this year.
I do too. It's going to get worse from there.
And at what point do you say, if you're a Mississippi booster, well, you get us through one more year, and then we're going to go find a real coach?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was a surprise to go ahead and retain him. Maybe a little bit of the emotion, the Galen Hall syndrome.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
My thought was, who else were you going to get?
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe that was part of it.
That is a big part of it because what you run into. And then, of course, you have Chad Morris, who went to Arkansas. Kind of an unusual hire in that he had great success. He'd had great success as a coordinator.
Yeah.
At SMU, they were respectable.
Yeah, they were solid, you know.
But again, it's not easy just to pull somebody, a big-time coach, into Fayetteville.
Yeah, and you look at playing that division.
Yeah, exactly.
the bar is really high there. So.
Exactly. I think it's going to be a struggle for him, and I don't know that he'll have success.
Yeah.
You know, that's a guy I look at and go, he might, but I wouldn't. That's a yes, no way, or maybe.
Yeah, I think they'll look better on offense, but I don't know overall whether they're going to be much better than they were under Bielema.
And then Jeremy Pruitt, who I think may have as much success as any of these coaches, but it's going to be a while.
He needs to build. I mean, obviously the talent level isn't what it should be at Tennessee, and it's going to take time for him. But they'll have some games where they look really good this year, I bet.
And again, they fell into the trap of, but I don't think in this case it was a trap, considering they went through 47 coaches before they got to him.
Unbelievable.
But of hiring a Saban assistant and assuming it'll be just like Saban. But everything I'm reading and hearing from people, I'm looking forward to seeing him at SEC Media Days, is that he's really changed the culture there.
Yeah,
but
and it needed it.
He doesn't have players.
No.
You know,
he's got some, but not enough.
He's got 5-star hearts, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
But I think it's going to take him a while. And he's going to win a game this year he's not supposed to win. And
he's going to upset somebody big.
He'll be crying on the field and stuff, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, that's our look at the new coaches in the SEC. We hope you guys have enjoyed these. We'll have some more for you later in the summer. And, of course, every day you go on Gatorsports.com, usually middle of the day, and there's a daily football fix there for you.
It's free.
Yeah, just to get you through the hot summer months. So, you know, you do that, then you go out to the pool. It's a perfect day.
Nice,
right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks again for clicking on. We appreciate it. Pat Dooley, Robbie Andreu, Brad McClenney of the Gainesville Sun saying so long from the Sunshine State.